Hi, welcome to the Poda Cast at 11:11. I mean, it's a little bit above 11:11, but today, well, basically, I before I introduce the topic, I wanted to say that this podcast that I'm trying to do is about various topics from spirituality to music to videography to life to anything, because I'm interested in these things and I pursue these things both professionally and because I enjoy them. So I wanted to do a video on an artist recommendation that I feel all of you definitely need to check out. And I actually explored his music more so. Well, there's a scandal as well. So I explored his music more so a little bit later on, I suppose. But like a close person, they introduced me to the music. But technically, I also heard it a little before, which was interesting, like preceding me really getting into his stuff. So the artist is, of course, Jeff Buckley. And his music has been so inspiring for me that I had to make this video. And I wanted to start off by saying that most people know his music. I mean, they know his song, which is technically written by Leonard Cohen. It's called Hallelujah. So that was kind of like the mainstream or the most widespread, some would say, that his, an average person would recognize that his song, he sung Hallelujah really amazing and beautifully. So I suppose we all kind of knew that. Even I had probably heard it somewhere along in my life. But then I think my brother had a few, which was actually on my dad's iPod because he had, I think, my brother's iTunes songs on there. So he had like some Jeff Buckley songs. Like I believe it was Dream Brother was on there and Grace and some other ones. But I don't recall exactly, and I kind of heard them almost by accident because they were playing on the iPod that I had, which was my dad's that I just happened to have. And but then later on, my friend introduced me to the Jeff Buckley. Like that's when I feel like I really got into it. Like I heard like Lover, You Should Have Come Over, and I revisited like Dream Brother, and because I think I had heard that. Then all the songs, and I watched these documentaries, interviews. Like I got really interested, and then I also realized that he actually had done a tribute to Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, and since I'm also from Pakistan, I found that was amazing. And oh, my cat's here. The drum. He basically like was interested in Qawwali music, and I feel like that's so cool coming from somebody who's there's cat. Somebody who's from the Western influence and like music wise. He was grown up in the West, and he's interested in Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, who's like a household name in Pakistan. And so I was like amazed that he actually sung Ye Jo Halka Halka Surur Hai, and I loved it. And he actually also interviewed Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, and I think I read somewhere that Qawwali music and specifically Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan's music, it took him out of a very dark period in his life, like depression and all that. So these are all different like not even reasons but just synchronicities that just added up. And I felt that this artist, like where were you my whole life? And I want to say also that like like the chords, like I have my guitar here, I just wanted to share that like his chords, like for me actually as a musician, like I connect a lot even when I'm doing songwriting. I connect a lot to like certain chords that invoke a feeling, and I go off of them a lot of them I've noticed are, if you know like music theory, like major sevens or minor seven add nines. If you don't know what these are, don't worry. But so like for example, like these are some of the Jeff chords that I felt like really connected to my soul. Like you know, like it's almost these chords give you goosebumps because they're so feltful. And another, you know, big influence of mine is Janoon. And for some weird reason, I feel like the chords and something about Jeff Buckley reminds me of that. Like the guitars, especially, you know, it's like really crazy. Probably because of Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. And a lot of his music, he even begins with an alap, you know, which in Qawwali music is like kind of like the introduction to a song. And the vocalist kind of has this droney thing going. So for someone who's, you know, just kind of introduced to Jeff, like I think they should listen to definitely Grace, and then Live at Chennai, and then there's a Sketches, the final album that was supposed to be you know, finished, but unfortunately he passed away. You know, but I feel like that album would have been so amazing. And a lot of the artists that I also love, like, you know, like Radiohead and Coldplay and Led Zeppelin and so many artists that well, Led Zeppelin was kind of before, which Jeff was actually influenced by them. But, you know, Robert Plant and Jimmy Page were huge fans of his as well. But anyways, like Radiohead, for example, and all these bands, they were so, you know, Jeff Buckley had an impact on them. And I feel like if he had continued to do music, he would have really done some eclectic stuff that we don't even know. But another thing I wanted to say was, you know, art that is timeless and music that is timeless, like really good stuff basically, it ages really well. So by that I mean whether it's an album or it's a song or the artist itself, if you notice, their album will sound greater with time. It won't be like, you know, oh yeah, that sounded good then, but I don't know. Like if you listen to Grace now, it'll sound so fresh and it's breathing energy, you know. And similarly, I've noticed this. I don't know if anyone else thinks like this, but probably do. That in albums, if you listen to an album, you listen to a certain songs and you connect, you know, a lot with those songs. But there's a few that you listen to and you like. It's not that you don't like them, but you kind of skip a little bit over them. And but then later on, you come back to them and you're like, wait, this was this? You know, like you really absorb it. It takes you a little bit of time, and I feel like those are the best songs as well because they're not easily. Even those are good, obviously, but you know those kind of grow on you. And I just wanted to, you know, make this video and really just say what a brilliant artist this is, and you guys should definitely check it out. You can follow this space and let me know what other videos you guys would like to see, and definitely listen to Jeff. And you know his songs, like initially, like I keep discovering new songs of his which are really cool. Like I really fall in love with Vancouver and the live version, which was just the instrumental, and Morning Theft. And then there was one time where I kind of stumbled on YouTube. There was this thing called Untitled, and I was like, what? This is a Jeff Buckley song? And later on it's been released called Sky Blue Skin. But later on it was released, and you know, it's so amazing, and there's such a reservoir of music, and I keep listening to his live stuff that are rare and that I haven't heard, and I keep finding new dimensions it's as if he embodied the Qawwali influence and other of his influences. He listened to everything, you know, from, you know, Edith Piaf and to heavy metal to classic rock like Led Zeppelin, Qawwali, Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan Sahib. So I urge you guys to definitely check him out, and thank you so much. Have a good one. This is Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan.